Welcome back to Clean with Kate and to one of my favourite baby steps, Baby Step Day 6. So let's just run through what you should be doing already. So today you should have got dressed to lace up shoes. I'm dressed to lace up shoes. I've got my trainers on. You should be keeping your sink shining. You should be reading the FlyLady emails if you signed up for them. And you should also be looking at your post-it reminders. So the post-it reminder on your bathroom mirror saying morning routine or dress to lace up shoes, and the post-it reminder on your sink in the kitchen which reminds you to shine your sink. You should also be recognising the negative voices in your head and turning those into more positive voices. So today we're going to learn about one of my favourite baby steps. You can probably guess if you've looked at the thumbnail. We're going to start using our timers. I absolutely love my timers. I use them for everything. So today we're going to be learning about hotspots. Everybody has hotspots in their house. Hotspots are flat surfaces that gather mess. So in my house, my most common, I've got a big hotspot in my entrance where people just come in and dump stuff. All the tables, the kitchen tables in the house, people tend to dump stuff. So the flat hotspots are areas in your home where people put things and think, oh, I'll deal with that later. We all have them, and if you don't give them some attention, they pile up and they can become quite overwhelming. I'm going to teach you a method for dealing with the hotspots, and it does involve setting your timer. And we're going to be doing this several times a day. I tend to deal with my hotspots as part of my morning routine and also part of my afternoon routine, and sometimes as part of my evening routine. In our house, the hotspots pile up very quickly. I blame Mike. I think Mike causes most of the hotspots, but I'm sure he would disagree. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to set our timer for 2 minutes and we're going to tackle a hotspot. And I thought rather than just telling you about it, you might actually like to see me do one. So I'm just going to pause the camera while I just put my camera harness on, and then I'll show you my hotspots. I'll show you me dealing with them. So just bear with me. Fortunately, that didn't go quite to plan. I tried to put the camera on the camera harness and then realised I couldn't actually reverse the camera. So all you would have seen was my chest. So anyway, I'll have to talk you through it and then I'll make another video showing you how I actually deal with it. So what you do is you set your timer for 2 minutes. And then you find a hotspot. So for example, I've got one on my kitchen table. I've got one in the entrance to my house, although it's actually pretty good at the moment. I've got a really massive hotspot going on in my dining room at the moment. And every time I walk past it, I think, oh my goodness, I must deal with that. So I'm definitely going to be dealing with that. That might be the one I do on the video. I'll try and edit the two videos together so you do actually get to see what it looks like. But then you probably get the general idea. So you set your timer for 2 minutes and then you deal with one of your hotspots. And then when the timer goes off, even if you haven't finished it, you've got permission then to stop. And then maybe in the afternoon, set your timer for 2 minutes again and deal with and have another go at that hotspot, see what you can get done. And what you'll find gradually is it becomes automatic, so that when you see hotspots in your house, like I can see one now, that you just deal with them as you see them. And sometimes I don't even have to set the timer, I just do it. And what you'll find is if you do this every day, a couple of times a day, those hotspots don't get like they used to. They get really easy little hotspots. So at the moment, if you haven't been doing this, you might have raging infernos rather than hotspots. But you will find the more you do this, the easier it gets. And doing your hotspots regularly. Hotspots make the house look messy. It's a really, really good way to tidy up the house, is just to put things away. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you're enjoying the baby steps. Have a go at this. Let me know how you get on. As a flip, there's a tip from FlyLady on the FlyLady website, and it says, play some games with yourself by seeing how long it takes to empty your dishwasher, reboot your laundry, fold a load of clothing, or make your bed. These times are going to surprise you. And I use my timers for all of those things. Particularly, the one I find it particularly good for is putting laundry away. I don't like putting laundry away. I also use it for folding laundry and ironing, which I don't really, it's not something I would necessarily do if I didn't use the timer to motivate myself to do it. But if I use a timer, I realise actually some of these jobs, like putting the laundry away, it can literally take 5 minutes, sometimes even 3 minutes. But in my head, it seems like it's going to take longer. So I love my timer. I have several timers. I have them all over the house, so that I've never got the excuse to think I can't do that. And sometimes if the task seems enormous, like with the ironing, that quite often seems huge, then I'll just say to myself, I'll do it for 15 minutes, or I'll do it for 5 minutes, and then I'll stop if I've had enough. And it just gives you permission to stop, but it also helps you get started, because you're thinking, I haven't got to deal with the entire ironing pile, or I haven't got to tidy that entire room up. I can just work on it for a couple of minutes. And I think psychologically knowing that makes it easier to start. It's called activation energy, and there are lots of psychological studies on this, but the timer is a really good way of accessing that activation energy to get you started. And often you find once you get started, you don't want to stop. I quite often reset my timer. And that's okay if I'm feeling, in the right mood, but be careful you don't completely overdo it and burn yourself out. What we want you to do is keep doing these things every day so they become little consistent habits. And gradually, as you do these things, your house will become tidier, your house will become cleaner, and you'll find you're enjoying your house and you're enjoying life more, and things just feel more manageable. Anyway, let me know how you're getting on. Hopefully I'll manage to sort out my technical problems of how I turn the camera to look the other way so that you don't just get a view of my chest. Anyway, let me know how you're getting on. If you're enjoying the videos, please do like, comment and subscribe. It's really appreciated. Thank you for all your support. It's really appreciated. Anyway, bye for now.